It's just over a month now that children has been having homeschooling by the school teachers, and uh, um, I just thought, I could share some 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 ideas on how we can monitor certain things whilst the children are having, homeschooling. As sometimes it might be that certain things slip through and they tend to neglect certain, activities. And as a result, they might need some support from us as parents. So there are 5 things that I wanted to share with you, which I think might be beneficial. So I really, really appreciate you watching this video, and I would truly appreciate your hashtags or even likes or even, any form of acknowledgement of, this video. Now, one of the things that I've noticed that I would like to highlight is nutrition. I guess now children are familiar with their homeschooling, to the effect that they are now taking control over there. They get up in the morning and prepare themselves for their lessons. And in some cases, it might be that even then the parents, are not able to make contact with them at the time or even during the course of the day. So it is, as we know, it is important that they have something to eat, but sometimes they might neglect that aspect and not think that it's important. So what we can do is either encourage them to have breakfast before their school time, maybe get up a little bit early and then be ready for for school after they've eaten. Or maybe they could have their breakfast during their first break, utilize that time to actually sit down away from their computer and sit down at a different place and just enjoy their breakfast. It can also be helpful to have maybe things like snacks, like fruits, maybe salads, fruit salads available, or even just fruits for them to nibble on, during their break time. But at least they would have had their breakfast. And then the other thing, again, is also the lunch time, because you'll find out that when they had their breakfast in the morning and then during lunchtime, it would be helpful to encourage them to have something to eat again then, because otherwise it means they'll utilize their time for other things like chatting to their school friends on other gadgets and the like, and not out of excitement or whatever it is. So it helps to support them in that area. And then the other thing again is hydration. It's very important that they keep on top of their hydration throughout the day, have something to drink, particularly water. I mean, they do that at school anyway, but when they're home, it might be that again they become preoccupied with other things and don't consider drinking. So maybe it helps to encourage them to, when they go into class, to go in with a bottle of water which they can sip on during the course of the day. And then during their break time, also just make sure that we remind them to drink. And drinking doesn't necessarily have to be fizzy, drink. The tendency would be that they might drink fizzy drinks during the time, but we need to encourage them to actually avoid that, because at school they're not allowed to drink fizzy drinks. So it's probably advisable that they have water to drink. So that again, we need to, monitor and just make sure that they do take that. The other thing is personal hygiene. The tendency could be that getting up in the morning and all what they do is to sit there. Maybe some of them even in PJs, without the teacher noticing, sit there and prepare and be ready for their lesson. We need to, just as when they go to school, they get up in the morning, they have a wash, they brush their teeth, they groom themselves nicely, they dress into appropriate clothing. We need to encourage them to do that, because it's just really instilling self-care principles, because otherwise they might slant back into self-neglect. um, uh, um, uh, uh, I mean, it shouldn't be an issue for them to continue with that practice. But like as I say, it might be something that, might slip. So we just need to encourage them to do that. And even tidying up their room, if it's something that they used to do when coming back from school or even before they go to bed, we can encourage them to continue doing that, because again, it's personal hygiene. It's a very important aspect of personal care, because otherwise they will just leave things lying around in their room, not making up their beds, not doing anything, and therefore not, getting into the routine of looking after themselves and the environment in which they are. And sometimes they might even need guidance or even prompting or encouragement to tidy up their desk where they are working, maybe like the night before, and have it ready for, in the morning. The other thing that I thought maybe I could also highlight is online engagement. I mean, already they're having their training. I mean, their lessons, online, and they spend all the time, on computers or laptops or tablets. But then what might also happen is that they might continue during their break time, engage with their friends on, different gadgets, and the like, and therefore might even neglect other aspects of, the day. So they just need really some form of encouragement to, to move away during their break, to move away from, online activities, just to refresh them and to engage them in something different, so that when they go back to class, they come back, nice and refreshed. So the other thing again is lack of a physical activity. I mean, it's understandable given this current time that it's not possible for them to go out to do exercise or even to play outside. So they are always, most of the time, indoors. But even just going, in the backyard, or even in to the nearest park, and just, have that little bit of fresh air. It's very helpful. And basically that's that I wanted to share with you. Thank you so much for watching this video. And I please give me give me any hashtag, any likes, and if you like, you can share this video, because we really need to support each other as parents on how to really cope with certain things, or even just noting, because sometimes our kids might slip through our fingers without us noticing, and only realize after some time that there has been some issues, or even habits, unhealthy habits that they might find themselves in. Thanks for watching this video. Have a lovely day. God bless.